So this is when we go up at night. Starts talking about I seen other angels guiding me down here. Okay. There's people made to guide. And there's an order of guidance, and it'll be from the lowest, which I think I pretty much am. I'm the lowest that I could possibly be, which I like to be. It keeps you humble. Okay. I'm the last. I'm always the last thought of. I'm always the one that's not really missed or mentioned. Like I can guarantee when my wife goes away on the vacation, all the grandchildren and everybody else I won't even recognize that I'm not there. So they might question it, but move on. Boo hoo. And I'm not looking for any. Oh, I feel bad for you because nobody likes you. No, I like that. Um, I like being alone now. I never did before. So let's get into it. This morning I couldn't last. I'm like that. When my battery dies, I have to go to sleep. That's just the way it is. So we were on page 11. I'll start over. So on 10. When therefore these angels had retired, behold, other angels came to adore the presence of the honor. When your angel has done his work, it goes into its treasury and stays there. And an other part of you, another angel. On each time that we reset is when we retire for a bit and we come back and do it again. And we've already done it 3 times. We were on the last go. There's no more times that we'll be doing this. In the assembly who wept in the Spirit of God proceeding to meet them, then came the voice of God, said, Whence come ye, our angels, bearing the burdens of the ministries of tidings of the world? It's a burden of these ministries because nobody believes us, and it's frustrating, and it makes us sad that nobody's taking the keys to the kingdom. Then answered and said, in the presence of God, we have arrived. You are in the presence of God. This is when you are. We have to ride those who calls upon thy name, those who called you up when you went to sleep. And impediments of the world made them wretched, made us wretched. So we were repenting, just like we did before we go to bed at night, repenting for what we did. Many occasions, every hour, not making one pure prayer. All prayer is vain. So this is them. They don't make one prayer because they pray to somebody else. But, that's besides the point. Nor out of their whole heart. They don't pray out of their heart. If you don't know what you're praying to, how are you praying out of your heart? Praying out of your heart is praying from your spirit, from your soul. If you don't have the connection to your other part of your soul, it's no good. It's not listening. And all that time of their life and what need? All the prayer is no need. And that's what it's saying. Even though you pray, it's already predestinated. It's going to happen or not happen, regardless of what you say. Page 12. Therefore, it is there to be present with men who are sinners. There, your spirit has to be present with you, and you're a sinner. Hmm? That's why it's only in essence. The whole thing can't be in front of you. You wouldn't be here. And there came a voice of God to them. It is necessary that you should minister until them. We got to minister to everybody until we're done. Until they be covered and repent. If they don't, you keep ministering. If you're still alive, that's what he wants you here doing. But if they do not return to me, I will judge them. No, therefore, sons of men, do you notice how this is your Godhead talking? The all will judge them. Hmm? This is all of us talking. Okay? We all will judge them if they don't come back to the truth. That's what, therefore, the sons of men and whatever things were wrought by you, these angels relate to God, whether good or evil, every night. And you do your work when you go up at night. You do your covering for the evil, and you do your gathering for the good. And when you wake up in the morning, there you go, your blessings and your curses every day, up to 10 of each. And who knows, maybe more, maybe less some days, maybe almost none. Some days there is none. There's a little cursings that you have to deal with. And the angel answered and said unto me, follow me, and I will show you the place of the just, where they led, and when they are deceased, and after these things, taking thee into the abyss. That is here. And I'll show the souls of the sinners down here, and what sort of place they are led into when they deceased, and proceeds back after the angel, and he led me into heaven. And I looked upon the firmament, and I saw the same place, power, and there was obliviation, devices. See, this is hell. And draws down to itself the hearts of men in the spirit of detraction, which is separation, and the spirit of fornication, and the spirit of madness, and the spirit of innocence. And there is the prince of vices, which is government and churches. These are princes of vices which hold you in a press that you can't get out, and which are oppressing. Vices are oppressing. These I saw under the firmament of heaven, and again I looked back and I saw the angels without mercy, having no pity, on whose countenance was full of madness, full of darkness. They don't have pity on themselves when they find out that that's who they are. Their own self has no pity on their bodily, natural spirit as it takes themselves away. This is their own destroyer, having no pity on their own self in the end. And their teeth sticking out beyond their mouth. Their eyes shone like the morning star of the east, and from their hairs of the head, sparks of fire went out of their mouth. This is called the destroyer. They're destroyers. These are fireballs, okay? Fallen angels, sparks of fire. They go across the sky. Look like they're balls of fire with sparks on their head when they're going. They look like they're sparking. Yes, they do. And I asked, that's a meteorite. And I asked the angel, saying, Sir, who are those? And angels answered and said unto me, These are these who are destined souls for the impious in that hour of need, who did not believe that they had a Lord for their helper. They believed they had someone that didn't exist for their helper. So this was themselves coming, the destroyer. It's called a destroyer. Each person that has a shadow being may not look like that they have a destroyer or act like it. The church is the destroyers. The Jesus people are the destroyers, the thief in the night. They steal and don't give you the full truth. That's thieving in the night. Hmm. I give full truth. If they're not teaching beyond the Bible, they're not teachers. They're sheep, they're wolf in sheep's clothing. And I look, they got to be teaching high spiritual knowledge right now in the Holy Spirit, not Jesus. That is the opposite thing to be teaching right now. And I looked on the high and I saw the other angels whose countenance shone like the sun. That's us. And their loins girded with the golden girdles, having palms in their hands, and the sign of God, and clothed in the garments, written the name on their face, and the Son of God, filled moreover with meekness and pity. We had pity on them, And I asked the angel, saying, Who are these, Lord? These are us, so great beauty and pity. And the angel answered and said to me, These are the angels of justice, which are us, who are sent to lead up the souls of the just in the hour of need. We are sent here to lead people up. I said to my wife, my sister, and my dad, I've been brought here to lead you up. When you go up at night, you see my high ranking minister angel with a group underneath me sitting, and you get into that group and sit underneath me under there as well as you do here. It's the same thing here as there. Who believed that they had the Lord for their helper. And we did. And I said to him, We don't believe, we know who he is. Take the word believe out of there and put no. Anytime you see believe, it means no. You must know. You first believe and you must know. By now, you must know that that is your angel, your two tables, your Yahweh, your Godhead, and you down here. And they had delivered for that. And I said to him, Do the just, the sinners necessary to do the just and sinners necessarily meet witnesses when they had died? And the angel answered and said to me, There is only one way to by which pass over to God, that's having their helper. There you go. That's to know your helper and have him. That's your Holy Spirit, she wisdom. I'm just writing it in here. Them knowing that they have the help. It's the same thing as now you know who your helper is and who you are and where you came from. With them, they are not confounded when they go to appear in the sight of God. We're not confounded. They are. They can't go up. God, they can't go into God's presence. They stay in this body until they die in it. We go up and down every night, strike a midnight, and gain our stuff and come back down. And I said to the angel, I wish to see the souls of the just and the sinners going out of the world. And the angel answered and said unto me, Look down on the earth. And I looked down from the heaven on the earth. We see this every night. What's happening? We see the ones that are losing their light. And I saw the whole world, and there was nothing in my sight. It was an illusion. And I saw the sons of men as they were not. They're really nothing. They're nothing. And a wanting, and they want. And I wondered, and I said to the angel, Is this the greatness of men? And the angel answered and said unto me, It is. And there are they who do evil from morning till evening. And you know who he's talking about? The church. They wake up praying to Jesus and worshiping Jesus all day from morning to evening. That's the sin. They go about teaching people false doctrine. You got to find Jesus. Today is you are Jesus. Not you got to find him. You got to lose him. It's an opposite teaching today. It's never been this teaching until today. And he said unto me, It is these who do evil from morning to evening. I looked and I saw a great cloud of fire. There in the cloud, spread over the whole world, fire. Huh? Live in oblivion to hell. And I said unto the angel, What is this, my Lord? He said to me, This is injustice stirred up by the princes of sinners. All the sin stays up in the clouds. They are in the clouds. The dark clouds is where they reside. They actually don't reside in their feet as well. They're master pupping them their bodies from the clouds as well as you are master puppet of your body in the clouds. And your Godhead's master puppeting you down here. and the middle guy. So we're all masters of puppets and we're being pulled by strings, our silver cord. We have a silver cord, they have a black cord. That's what I'm going to call it. They don't have a cord. It's them. They are the demons. The demons are in the people. The people are what demon they are. And that's what it is. And the church tries to keep you away from that because they keep you away from themselves. And I said unto the angel, I wish to see the souls of the just, the sinners go out of the world. So, and I wondered, I said, is this the greatness? I already did this, in the cloud of fire over the whole world. So, 14, I indeed, when I had heard this, sighed and wept, and said to the angel, I wish to see the souls of the just and of the pious, I do believe it's coming. Oh, the sinners, and to see what manner they go out of the body. And the angel answered and said unto me, look again upon the earth. And I looked and I saw the world, and the men was not and a wanting. It's an illusion. We saw the fakeness of it. And they're wanting because they don't have. And you're not to be found wanting in the Bible. And I looked carefully, and I saw a certain man about to die. And the angel said to me, this one whom thou sawest is a just man. And I looked again, and I saw his works. However, he had done for the sake of God's name, and all his desires, both he had remembered and what he did not remember, they all stood in the sight in the hour of his need. And I saw the just man advance and find refreshments and confidence. And before he went out of the world, the holy and the impious angels both attended. When you die, you lose that natural spirit, and they both attend. You get separated from the darkness, and you see the darkness stay down. My mom's went into a cat, and the rest of her went up into heaven. You can't take that evil spirit with you, so it resides on the earth to go back into bones, into whoever else dry bones it finds. So there's some more stuff for you. So both angels will attend your natural spirit, which is the harlot horror spirit. You're going to see, I already saw this. I saw mine separate from mine twice. So I already pre-saw this in 2 dreams. Actually, not in dreams, in visions. I woke up with having sex with me, and then it separated from me. Well, the second time it was a full separation. And then I stopped masturbating and all the other stuff for about a year now. So when I saw them all, but in the impious found no place of habitation in him. Get rid of it. But the holy took possession of it. So what happens for them? It only becomes a shadow come. You get to see your shadow being pulled away from you. The last of it. It gets to look at you. And then all the darkness that's attacked you is part of that. So each and every one that's attacked you will see that you, and you will judge them. Each and every one throughout your lifetimes will be in front of you. And that's right now. You're not going to see it at the end. And you're not going to see what happens when they're in front of you today, and you don't want to. It's happening now because we have the two-edged sword right now. So I don't go around using it. No, I let them use it on themselves. Okay. So it found no place of habitation in him, but the holies took possession of that soul, guiding it till it went into the body. You have to be guided till you go into. And they roused the soul, saying, Soul, know the body whence thou goest out, for the necessary, and thou shouldest return to the same body on the day of the resurrection. We're turning back to our glorified body. That's what it's called. Not this body on the day of resurrection, like they think. That's why it may receive the things promised and just, receiving therefore the soul from the body, taking out the soul and losing the natural soul, the earthly soul. They immediately kissed the familiar known to them, saying, Do manfully, thou just do will of God in place. When you kiss, you become in it. And it came to meet him, and the angel watched him every day and said to him, do manfully so. And that's when it puts you back in the body too. It kissed the angel goes back into the body every night. And when it retires, it does the same thing. We all retired at once for the second kingdom, for the third kingdom, third cycle, and now the last one. The last one, right? Because thou hast done the will of God on earth, for I related to God the works, such as they were similar, and the Spirit proceeded to meet him and said, soul, fear not, be disturbed until thou comest into the place which thou hast never known, but I will be the helper unto thee. We came down here, but don't worry, son. This is when we finished and we started over again. I will be with you. That's me, my former self talking to me. And I found the reflection into thee, and I was on earth, and the Spirit strengthened him and renewed you again for the next day. And his angel received him and led him into heaven, and then back into heaven. And an angel said, whatever runnest thou, O soul, and thou dost dare into heaven, dare enter into heaven. Wait, and let us see if there's any of ours in thee who's looking for any of us in you. And behold, we found nothing in thee. I see only the divine helper. So all the darkness, it's looking through you for all the darkness. In and you're clean of it. There is nothing in you. I got nothing in me. I have nothing in him. In Jesus. They say they have everything in him. Then you got nothing. And I also see the divine help of the angels speak and rejoice along with thee, because thou host hast done the God of will on earth, and long to worship in the sight of God. And when he had ceased, immediately Michael, all the army of the angels, and with a voice adored the footstool of his feet, and the doom saying same time to the soul, this is your God of all things, who made you in your own image. Look, man, and likeness. Moreover, the angel returns to point, saying, God, remember his labors for the soul whose works related these things, doing according to thy judgment. And the Spirit said, likewise, I am the spirit of unification. I'm the spirit of this guy that belongs to this dude. I am the angel in the middle that's verifying this dude belongs. That's already happened. In the springing him up, for I had refreshed in him many times in the time when I dwelt in him, night and day, doing according to the judgment, night and day, every day and night coming down. And there came a voice of God. It said, it's much this man does vex me. This flesh vexes us all. Neither will he vex him. And he's not, though. You think he is. For according to the pity, I also have pity. Let him therefore be handed over to Michael and the archangels in the covenant, and let him lead him into paradise of joy. So that himself may become co heir with all the saints. You're already co heir, you're co creator. Procreator would be the same thing. You heir it. Co heir means you already own it. You become one with it, with your SUN and the saints. And after these things, I heard the voices of thousands of angels and the archangels and the cherubim and the 24 elders saying hymns and glorifying the Lord, crying, thou art just, O Lord, thou art just judgments and their acceptance of the persons with thee. But thou rewardest unto every man according to his judgment. And the angel answered and said unto me, hast thou believed and known? And whatsoever each man of us has done, he sees in the hour of need. And I said, yes, sir. This is just So, and he saith unto me, look again down on earth, and would watch the souls of the impious man going out of the body. Vex the Lord day and night. He never did any works. This is the Christian, the impious Christian man going out of the body, which vexed the Lord day and night. I know nothing else in this world. I can eat and drink. All I know is I'm going to eat and drink and be merry of the world and enjoy this world, for as there's no descendant into hell. Who is there who has descended into hell? For who is there that who has descended into hell? All of us. That's why it says that. The sentence is declared unto this judgment. And again I looked carefully, and I saw scorn of the sinner and all that he did. And he stood there before him in that hour of need, and was done in that hour which was threatened about his body at the judgment. And they said it was better. Right now they're being threatened of their body, boy, because they give it away. And I said, better for him to, he hell not been born. It'd be better for him to tie a rope around his leg right now with his Christian Jesus believer and toss himself into a lake. Because when they see what they are, they're not going to be able to get away. And the malignant and the soul of the sinner and the holy angels did not find a place. They did not find a place. Why? Because they didn't fill themselves with light. They gave false light and stole light. Now's the time it's coming back to us. Oh, when? When? Now. And when they had drawn out of the body, the angels admonished the third time, saying, O Lord, wretched soul, look upon thy flesh whence thou comest out. For it's necessary for you shall return into the flesh of the day of resurrection. They're the only ones that turn back into the flesh, into a new flesh. When they die and they lose all their memory from the previous body, and they become just as stupider than the church was before. Right now they're at the stupidest point they've ever been at. And they may have received due to thy sins and their impieties. It's over for them. Game over for you guys. I'm leaving. Love you.